Okay, so at the time of first general elections, there were around 17 crore eligible voters who had to elect about 3,200 MLAs and 489 members of the Lok Sabha. Imagine when first elections are taking place, this huge amount of people taking participation to conduct elections, and they were to elect 3,200 MLAs and 489 members of Lok Sabha. Okay, and at that time when we were conducting our first general elections of 1952, only 15% of the voters were basically literate. Okay, so EC basically had one thing in mind, that EC wanted to conduct elections that were very simple to understand and the method should be very simple. So for that, the EC trained over 3 lakh officers and polling staff to conduct the elections. Okay, basically EC had trained 3 lakhs officers so that election day could go smoothly and they can help people to vote out what is the mechanism, how to go to polling booth, where to cast the vote and everything. It was also a first big test of democracy in a poor and illiterate country. Also, when many people and other countries questioned us, so for India it was a big test. It was a test of democracy, that kitna successful ho payega democracy. Till then, democracy had existed only in the prosperous countries, mainly Europe and North America, where nearly everyone was literate. Okay, so before 1952, when India was conducting elections, so until then, democracy was never conducted in a country where such small amount of people are educated and rest don't even know how to cast their vote. So it was really challenging because it was first country. Otherwise, इससे पहले यूरोप में इलेक्शंस कंडक्ट हुए थे इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. नॉर्थ अमेरिका में these were one of the countries which were very prosperous. Okay, prosperous means they were kind of very growing countries and their population were not illiterate. Okay, by that time many countries in Europe and most give Europe and not given voting to all women, so the elections were very bold and risky. Now imagine, even having so much population in countries like Europe and North America, where mostly the peoples were literate, by 1952 they had not given women the right to vote. But imagine India just after independence, when the situations were worst, when people were not literally, local people were not literally aware of democracy. At that time India wanted to conduct elections through democracy. So it is said that elections were very bold and risky. Okay, it was literally a test. We could have failed in this test and things would have gone worse, but it was a really bold and risky step for Indian leaders to conduct elections in a country like India. An Indian editor called it the biggest gamble in history. Okay, so different articles were published, different newspapers were writing different things about Indian democracy. So there was this Indian editor. He said the biggest gamble in history. In 1952, when India was about to conduct its first general elections, so this newspaper general editor, he said that the biggest gamble in history, एक बहुत बड़ा गैम्बल खेलने जा रही है इंडिया in the entire history of democracy. A magazine wrote that Jawaharlal Nehru would live to confess the failure of universal adult franchise in India. Okay, there was a magazine, they basically read that Jawaharlal Nehru actually witness करेंगे अपनी ही डेमोक्रेसी का और अपने ही गोल्स का फेलियर, और वो उसे कन्फेस करेंगे कि हमारा डिसीजन बहुत गलत था एंड फेलियर ऑफ यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज. सो पीपल हैड एक्चुअली नो फेथ इन इंडिया दैट इंडिया का डेमोक्रेसी इतना सक्सेसफुल होने वाला है, बिकॉज हमारी सिचुएशंस बहुत वर्स थी. जहाँ पे अदर कंट्रीज़ में डेमोक्रेसी इतने टाइम से हो रहा था, वहाँ पे पीपल क्या थे, एजुकेटेड थे, वहाँ पे वुमेंस को भी तब तक वोटिंग राइट्स नहीं मिली थी, वेयर इन इंडिया was giving voting rights to each and everybody. Okay, at that time the voting age was 21 and above. A British member of Indian civil service claimed that a future and more enlightened age would view the astonishment and absurd form of recording the votes of millions of illiterate people. Okay, now there was a British member of Indian civil service, so even he felt that our future and such a modern age will witness a democracy where so many illiterate people are participating in choosing their representatives, and that too this form of recording votes would not be a very good idea. So these are three examples of from different, we can say, newspapers, editors, and even the British members of Indian civil service. So these opinions actually show that how everybody was doubting India and how everybody was so confident that India will actually see the failure of democracy. So that is one reason that Indian elections were risky, bold, and it was our first test to democracy. Okay.